Tick tock, tick tock. Here I sit, waiting. Good morning. Cranky Carpooler here. It's Monday. And you know what that means. I am crankier than ever. Starts by, well, let me start with the good stuff. I'll start with the good first. Had a fantastic long weekend away, of course, in Atlanta with SITSM, which is a social influencers and travel conference. And I learned a lot of things, and there were a lot of speakers, and Atlanta, we stayed in Buckhead at the W Hotel, and they rolled out the red carpet, and it was fantastic, and they spoiled me silly, and I had the best food and the best wine and the best of everything. And I didn't, it's like I didn't have to make my own bed. I didn't have to clean up after myself, let alone anybody else. Fast forward to mud prints around the house. I'm like, where did this mud come from? I go out onto my lanai, and lo and behold, all over the table, we have a dining table out there, all over the dining table are plants. Yes. Dirt, all, and it's got compost, manure, in other words, dookie poo, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, dirt all over the table, all under the table, all on my seat cushions. Oh, well, that was a fine, how do you do, welcome home. So I'm like, I spent a good portion of my return home, cleaning up this mess. And because, my Mr. Green Thumb husband is obsessed. It's like these plants keep multiplying. Every time I turn around, he's got another bulb coming in. He's on a first name basis with the people at the Home Depot now. I mean, this is a man who has never gotten his hands dirty in his life. I don't know what happened. I mean, it's like he's transformed himself. It's bizarre. So I get that done. But then there is tragedy struck in my absence. And if you know anything, I'm from New York. I know my accent would not give me away because I've lived in Florida for so long. But yes, a reminder, I grew up in New York. And one of the staples of me growing up in my diet was an egg cream. And I didn't know it, but most people outside of New York have no idea what an egg cream is. I just thought it was because we had my father, I mean, I think I went from drinking a bottle to drinking egg creams as a kid. And I love them. I mean, they are one of my very favorite things. And I had a special glass for the egg cream. I found it, I think I bought it at the dollar store. It wasn't an expensive glass, but I loved it. Now, I told everybody in the family, do not use the egg cream glass. I love this glass. I want this glass. This is my special egg cream glass. I've got to have it. I put it in the freezer and I take it out and it's chilled and I make my egg creams, which, like I said, have neither egg nor cream in them, but they're delicious and I love them and they're such a treat and they remind me of growing up and of home and I just love them. So I come home and my husband says, I've got some really bad news for you. I'm like, really? What happens? Who died? Whatever. He goes, it's worse. Your egg cream glass is broken. Oh my God. Oh my God, my egg cream glass. The one that I have said for months and years and everything else, nobody touch. Nobody touch. Somebody touched because the egg cream glass is broken. Well, beside myself, because how many times do you have to tell people don't touch the egg cream glass? Anyway, it was gone. So off I toddled to the dollar store in hopes of finding another egg cream glass. I bought 6. I got backups because it's not a matter of money. I mean, it's not like they're lead crystal or anything like that. I mean, I just loved my glass. And then, of course, I've got my granddaughter who's on a soapbox and saying, it was just a glass. Why are you so upset? Because it was my glass. It was just one of those things. Anyway, that was that. And let me see. I've got a guy tailgating me. It's very annoying. I hate when people tailgate. I'm going to pull over and let this SOB go past me, and then maybe I'll tailgate him. They're ridiculous. Oh, it's a van. I hate these mother vans. Yeah. You know, it's like all these people that drive the van. I never hated vans before. I had to do a carpool. And then, you know, it's like vans everywhere. And kids coming out of every door. They have doors all over the place in these vans. And then they tailgate. They act like they're so, you know, oh, I'm mother of the year. But they tailgate. Who gets it? Oh, and you know me, my other complaint. There's lots of them today. The front door. I have a sign now on the front door that says, lock front door. Do you think my sign works? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Door left unlocked this morning. I'm like, Lord help me. Lord help me. And last but not least, I went to bed last night. Not a dish in the sink. Somehow, again, through the magic of whoever, dishes in the sink. Not one, not two, a bunch. And I'm like, how does this happen? How does this happen? You know what? I have a job too. You know, everybody goes to school to work and think, well, she'll be home. She can do it. You know what? I work too. In between driving to the bus and picking up groceries and dropping off dry cleaning. Yeah, I have a job and I get paid for it. And I think it's really hard when you come back from a trip, you know, because when I go on these trips, I am spoiled rotten and they treat me like, you know, I guess it's kind of like my husband when he goes to work and he gets all the respect and everybody's like, oh, he's the boss. And then he comes home and it's like, oh my God, wipe your feet. You got mud all through the house. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. You know, I come home and I know they take me for granted, each and every one of them. It's obvious when you wake up to a sink full of dishes. And I don't know about you, but I am so tired of hearing myself talk. I mean, how many times do you have to repeat yourself and say, you know, don't touch the egg cream glass or don't leave dishes in the sink? And you say it every day and everybody looks at like you're such a nag. Well, you wouldn't have to nag if people wouldn't continue to do the things that make you insane. Anyway, that's about it for me today. I am going home. I'm going to put the dishes away that I already washed for everybody else and put them away. I'm going to have some coffee because God knows I need it. And I'm going to get to work. I have some, I have articles due and I have a to-do list a mile long. I have started back on to-do list because I just couldn't take it anymore. Anyway, that's my beef for this morning. Let me know in the comments below what's on your mind today. Cranky Carpooler out.